Welcome to a bonus episode of Should We Get Married?
This is part 1 of 3, and we're doing the New York Times 36 questions that lead to love.
Ooh.
We're going to answer them.
Do you think this is going to lead to us falling in love?
So, yeah, here's the thing, is you're supposed to sit down. This was a study that was done, and you're supposed to sit down with a stranger and answer these questions face to face. And the study was to see if they formed a connection. And the people they did it with ended up getting married 6 months later.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
it's a whole thing.
Strangers?
Yes. They did it in a lab.
They sat down, did these questions, strangers.
Yeah.
But were they attracted to each other? I mean...
I think obviously.
Or I mean... There's some variables in there.
Right. I mean, okay. Who knows what could have happened, but this thing blew up, and then Gillian Jacobs did a little mini podcast.
She's a celebrity, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, she's on the show Love.
Yeah, that's a great show.
And Community. And she explained doing this with someone she was on a first date with. I didn't finish the podcast, though.
Did she fall in love and marry that person?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well...
Oh, she already knew them. They were friends for a really long time, and then they sort of tried to date. And, I should have listened to the rest of the podcast if I was going to bring it up.
No, it's all right. I mean, nonetheless, I'm really excited to get into these questions.
Me too. And so take it with it's not exactly as it should be, but instead, because Kyle and I know each other really well. But the audience, if anyone is listening, maybe one person...
Maybe one. I'm listening.
They are the stranger in this scenario. I'm sorry you don't get to answer the questions back.
Yeah.
But let me just read the intro to the New York Times article.
Okay. I'm listening.
In Mandy Len Catron's modern love essay, To Fall in Love with Anyone Do This, she refers to a study by the psychologist Arthur Aaron that explores whether intimacy between two strangers can be accelerated by having them ask each other a specific series of personal questions. The 36 questions in the study are broken up into 3 sets, hence the 3 bonus episodes, with each set intended to be more probing than the previous one.
We're gonna go probes.
We're gonna probe each other up.
We're gonna get probed.
Yeah. The idea is that mutual vulnerability fosters closeness. Allowing oneself to be vulnerable with another person can be exceedingly difficult, so this exercise forces the issue. The final task is staring into each other's eyes for 4 minutes.
Whoa.
Which we should discuss whether that's worth doing on a podcast.
I mean, I want to do this to the letter. Like, I really want to.
Well, then we need to be strangers, so let's start with that.
Okay, well, besides that, I want to do all of this because it sounds awesome. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do question 1, right? We getting into this?
Yeah. So what's the cadence here? Do I ask and then you ask, or you ask then I ask?
Yeah,
let's take turns.
Take turns on the questions.
So I'll ask the question, and then I'll hand you the paper. You ask it back, and then you ask the second question first.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, first question. Number 1. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
Oh, whoa.
It is hard.
I don't have that for a quick one. Do you know who yours is? Wait, okay.
You have to go. I
got to go first. Okay. I probably have a filmmaker, maybe Werner Herzog, maybe, or Darren Aronofsky.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to have some whimsical answer for that and someone really, really cool throughout history, but
okay.
I think I would say my grandfather, who
Oh.
passed when I was 11, and I have so many questions now that I'd like to ask him.
That's a really good answer. Okay. Question 2. Would you like to be famous, and in what way?
The short answer is no. I don't think I'd want to be famous. There's no privacy in that. But if I had like just like an ounce of fame, that'd be super cool if it was from podcasting. Like, what if this podcast got really so famous, maybe from a podcast, or doing something like starting some kind of really cool animal charity or business or sanctuary. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so my answer is yes, but it's in the same way you'd like to be famous. I'd like to be known and respected for my work,
but not like paparazzi.
I mean,
that would suck.
I mean, so that's kind of the double-edged sword of being a creator. Is all those actors, they're creators, and they need people to watch their stuff in order to make money, and so it's kind of comes with the territory.
That's true.
So yes, but it's a caveat, and like it's not a vain thing. It's because I'd like to be known for my work, because that would ultimately let me keep doing what I love to do.
Awesome. Question number 3. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say?
Like, have I ever done it?
Do you ever?
Yes.
And why?
Okay, so I've definitely done that on some really important phone calls, really heavy phone calls to make. I've definitely rehearsed in my mind. I've practiced in a mirror.
Why?
Okay, I'm getting to that. Let me do the question or the answer. I do it because I think it's important to convey exactly what I'm trying to say, and I have to I think visualization, I think rehearsal and the practice makes a better line of communication.
Okay. My answer is yes. Sometimes I do rehearse what I'm going to say. Why? Because usually it's when I'm leaving a voicemail, because you only have a certain amount of time to do that. And I want to get my point across, and I don't want to sound like a flambling. Is flambling a word?
It is now. I love it.
Flambling idiot.
The flambling idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good answer.
Okay. These are really easy questions at first.
Okay. Question number 4. What would constitute a perfect day for you?
Oh, boy. Okay, if we're talking like a normal day, because I could sit in here and be like, first I go to Disneyland, and then I go to Universal, Harry Potter. So like a normal day would be...
No, it's a perfect day. What would constitute a perfect day for you? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I would wake up without a alarm clock, feeling really good at 7 a.m.
With your pillows all perfect.
Next to you. And all 3 of my pets would greet me. I'd get up feeling really good mentally and physically. I would make coffee and enjoy it while I read a book. And then I would get on a plane with you and go somewhere where I would get to ride a roller coaster.
Hell yeah. I'm on board.
B, go to Harry Potter World.
Love it.
C, see somebody I love, like see my family. There would be donuts involved. I wouldn't have to answer to anyone ever. And then I would go to a cat sanctuary where I would lay down and all the cats would come up and purr, and I'd get to pet them and they would all love me. And then I'd get to eat Asian food for dinner.
Cool.
And then...
This day sounds amazing, by the way.
And then I would go to... I would say hotel room and The Office would be on, but I'd rather maybe be home. This really dropped off quickly. I feel like I'm forgetting all the things there could be.
You could spend like literally a week
Yeah.
dissecting your perfect day, but
Yeah.
I think that's
My
I
day
think you
doesn't
did
make
good.
sense, but I stand by it. What's
Yeah.
your answer?
So it's really simple for me.
Oh,
A perfect day is creating and working with friends. That's it. Like I want to be with people that I love and care about or want to work with, and to work on a creation with that, whether it be a song or a film or one single photograph. And if that's on an adventure, some sort of outside of my comfort zone type of thing, that would be a perfect day for me.
okay. Can I add something to my
You're
perfect
supposed
day?
to ask the next question. Yeah.
I would accidentally turn the TV on and the news would be on, and it would say some wild phenomenon happened where all the snakes in the entire world dropped dead and they are extinct now.
Oh, and why would you want that to happen?
Because snakes should all die.
And why do you think snakes should all die?
They're terrifying.
And why are they terrifying?
All reasons. Their mere existence and the way they slither, and they're dangerous and poisonous and ugly.
Yeah, but I'm trying to coax out.
It's my biggest fear.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
It's just so Kylie's you're so afraid of snakes you won't even watch them on TV.
Yeah.
That's a big fear
It
for
is.
Kylie.
We'll touch on that later. Maybe.
Okay, next question.
Question number 5. Hi, it's Kylie.
Hey, it's Kyle, and you're listening to Should We Get Married? It's a podcast about
Life
and love
in relationships
and our relationship.
and inappropriate, nitty gritty, messy stuff.
Yeah, we get into the nooks and crannies of day-to-day relationshiping.
Yeah, we're just skimming the surface so far, so it's gonna get weird.
It's gonna get weird, and we would like to invite you along on this open-minded journey of communicating through our relationship.
Yep, everyone's welcome.
And we're talking about, should we get married? Should anyone get married? Mm-hmm. Please like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave us a review over on Apple. It helps out so much.
And follow us over on Instagram and Twitter at SWGM Pod.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Back to the show.
When did you last sing to yourself?
Oh, well, that was today when I was writing a song or rehearsing a song I wrote.
Mm-hmm. And when did you last sing to someone else?
Oh. Well, I uploaded a song to Tuners the other day, which is an app my colleague makes.
How about in
Made.
person?
In person, it's been a while, but why don't I sing one? Can I sing a song I just wrote to you at the end of this?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Wait, wrote to me? Oh, sing it
Sing
to
a
me.
song to you
Yeah.
that I wrote.
Yes.
After we do these questions at the end of this podcast, can I do it on the podcast?
Absolutely.
Okay, and that'll be my answer.
Oh, wait. Same question?
Yeah, when did you last sing to yourself to someone else? Wait a second. I'm always singing out loud in the house.
Yeah.
I'm always like joke singing or singing a song,
Yeah, you are.
singing to the dog, singing to the cat, singing to you.
Yeah.
So today.
Probably yesterday.
Or yesterday, yeah.
I last sang to myself in the car yesterday because I put everything I've Shazammed on the app over the last 4 years, I put into a playlist, and I love every single one of them. And then last time I sang to someone else, which is rare, was to you when we were recording the podcast theme song.
That was your first professional.
Recording music. That was hard.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And I sang to you. And
you did really good.
Thank you. Oh, I don't know about that, but gave no judgments. So it was a safe zone.
Safe zone. That's what this podcast is all about, by the way.
Boom.
Being in the safe zone. Okay. Number 6, question number 6 of set 1. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want?
That would literally be starting now because I'm 30.
So if you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life,
oh my God,
which would you want?
that's so tough. I'm going to go on
mind or body.
Shit. Assuming that the other thing would completely deteriorate or that it would just do the normal thing. I am terrified of getting Alzheimer's disease, so I want to say mind, but also how badass would it be to just have this body till I was 90?
It would be awesome.
That's never happened in the history of happening, so I'll say body. Is that crazy? Shallow?
No, I don't think that's shallow. I think that's an interesting answer.
It would be interesting, so let's go with body.
I'm going to go with mind.
Yeah, but I can't. When I'm 90 looking like this, I need you to keep up.
Fair enough, honeybee. But I'm still going to choose mind because at the end of our life, we're all just kind of bags of skin.
Except for me.
Except for you looking banging at 90. Okay, you're asking the next question, number 7.
Okay, question number 7.
This is fun. I'm enjoying this.
Me too. And these are really lighthearted.
These are the east ones.
And we glanced at set 3, and we're maybe gonna jot some notes down ahead of time because they're tough.
Yeah, or else we'll just sit here thinking of the answer for a while, and that's not good.
And that's probably cheating too, but
Be long
don't
and boring.
care.
Yeah.
Question number 7. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
No, I don't. I have no idea. I have zero expectations with that. How about you?
No, I don't have a secret hunch about how I will die, but in my heart of hearts, I hope and believe that I'll just die when I'm old.
Yeah.
Maybe sleeping or just slip into a peaceful coma.
Yeah, that's ideal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or dying when you're old, fucking doing something badass, like surfing a wave or climbing a mountain or
jumping off of it.
Yeah.
Roller coaster.
But not jumping off because you're committing suicide, jumping off because you're base jumping or skydiving.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
How ironic would it be if I died from a snake bite?
That would be incredible. Here we go. Question number 8. Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common.
Oh, aren't we supposed to go back and forth as well?
Does it say that in the rules somewhere?
Maybe not. So this is one where you're supposed to be strangers and you're supposed to be open about your immediate impressions and connection. But
oh, I see. Okay, that's cool.
Right. We know each other really well. So something we have in common, sense of humor.
Okay.
Do you want to go back and forth?
No. Finish up.
Crap. 1, sense of humor. 2, without knowing anything, like off the bat.
No, I just say 3 things in common. We don't need to overthink it, I think.
Our stance on having children right now.
Okay. Which is 0. No children.
And 3, we're attracted to each other physically.
Okay.
Upon my first impression, meeting you.
Okay. So, 3 things that we have in common. I think so. This is not first impression. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
So, me and you are both seekers. We are constantly.
I am a seeker on a Quidditch team.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's awesome. I love it that you're a Harry Potter fan because I am too. That's one thing we have in common. We're nerdy. I'm more nerdy than you, but we're nerdy. Okay, so that's number one. That's the first one. Second one is that we're both seekers. We're both searching to be better humans, to be more honest with ourselves, and to be better friends and partners with the people around us. And number three is we both care about physical betterment and physical fitness and that side of life.
Awesome. Agree. Okay. Question number 9. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
I feel most grateful for I feel the most grateful for my sobriety, if I were to be really honest. And I hope I don't I live and let live. Like, if I don't care if you drink. It's not like a thing where I hate drinking and drinkers. I have so many friends that drink and use things recreationally, and no judgments either way. But for me, sobriety, because everything changed after I got sober and I started living a life to where I was self-aware and kind, and I learned the ability to love and be loved and put others before me. I'm not saying I do that all the time, but I learned.
Well, I had to learn,
and I work on it. So that's my answer for that one.
Awesome. For what in my life do I feel most grateful? I want to say, can I say 2 things?
Sure. I don't think we should hold this to
it's sort of one. So
okay.
I feel most grateful that no one in my immediate, I should word this correctly. No one in my immediate family or friends group or loved ones has died. I haven't experienced that closeness of a loss. Okay. And a lot of people have. So I'm really grateful for that. And within that, I am truly, truly grateful that I met you. It took me down a path that opened my eyes to new things that has never happened to me before. And I really feel like a lot of things changed in my life because of that, going down that path. Let's just say that.
Wow. Oh, that's nice to hear, honey. Mm-hmm. Okay. What are we on?
10?
We're on 10 out of 12 questions, so we're almost done here. For the first set of the 36 questions that lead to love. We already love each other, but this is awesome anyways. Number 10. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. You're asking me first, aren't you?
Yeah. Don't overthink it.
Oh, God. I would have liked for my mother to have, this is really personal. I would have really appreciated that my mom was able to work through some of her childhood trauma so that it wasn't present in the environment while raising me and my sister.
In like a negative way, because it was like, it's ultimately going to be present, but the person,
right, it is for everyone.
Your mom could have been on the positive side of it instead of the negative, the more negative, impactful side. You think?
It's a really subtle thing to where I haven't noticed it till I was older, but I would have loved to have some, to have less of a controlling atmosphere and more understanding and open-mindedness, discussion of healthy therapy type topics.
Awesome.
Which were never discussed.
I have almost the same answer. Are you finished?
Yes.
I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
Okay. So my parents weren't communicative and they weren't open to communication. It was very much sweep things under the rug and kind of do the poor me, have that kind of victim mentality. Not all the time, but it was there, and it's more of just not having that open-minded talk through things stuff and more sense of humor.
Oh yeah. Well, we had a little of that in our house.
We did too. I just I really feel strongly I wanted a more open, honest, caring, safe zone, be whoever you want to be type of environment than a controlling one or
okay.
Yeah. And that is to say, that's pretty nuanced. I mean, I grew up in an okay environment for sure. And
yeah,
if
me
mom
too,
and dad
really.
are listening here, this one's tricky because I definitely don't want to. I know they did the best they can. I love them very much still. And it's up to me to do my life from here. And if we ever have kids, I'm going to be making, a lot of mistakes, and they're going to have their thing to say about this too. So I just want to say it's a circle of life. I don't want it to be judgmental on them, but that's how I feel. And ultimately, that's what the question was asking. So
yeah,
here we go.
Okay. Question number 11. Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
Okay. This bonus episode might be getting a little long.
Oh,
so
how long is it so far?
It's like around a half an hour, 25 minutes.
That's fine. There's only one question after this.
Okay, cool. So let me time.
Okay.
You want to time me first?
You don't need to. Do we need to time?
Yeah, I don't want to go over 4 minutes.
Okay. Tell me your life story.
Okay, so I was born out of my mom's vagina.
No.
That happened.
Are you sure you weren't a C-section? Oh, I'm not going to interrupt. You go.
Wow, already. So I was born. I grew up in a upper middle class environment. My parents were, they ran a golf course from 1985, I was born in 1982.
Act like you just met me and you're telling me your life story.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, then look at me.
Oh, okay. I was born. You're not supposed to interrupt.
Okay.
I was born in 1982, and my parents ran a golf course from 1985 to 1995. We were really well off. We were making some good money, and back then now that's not good money. Back then it was great money. So I was in upper middle class, lived in the suburbs, went to high school in Lake Stevens, Snohomish, at Lake Stevens High School, and I was not a good student. I sucked at being a student. I was very self-conscious in a lot of ways, and I started to really go downhill mentally, and I started using drugs and alcohol. And then I dropped out of high school at the beginning of my 12th grade year because my friend tried to kill another friend. And I saw it all go down, and my whole life started to change. And then I started to go down, and that friend went to prison. And then I started to go downhill really fast. And I dropped out of high school. I started using more in drugs, more in alcohol. And I hit bottom really fast. I spent a lot of time in jail and rehab, about 1.5 years of my life. accumulative. And then I finally got sober. I met these two wonderful people, a married couple, Steve and Nancy. They scooped me up off from halfway homes and off the streets essentially, and they showed me how to love and be kind and to stay sober. And I started my pathway in sobriety, and I learned how to treat others with kindness, to work really hard. And I learned that through that, good things will happen. I started playing music professionally, but not for a living because it's really hard to make money. And then I picked up a camera through that, and I learned how to take photographs and shoot video. And I worked my way up through being a dishwasher at my dad's company, and I worked some other jobs, and I made it all the way to where I couldn't grow anymore. And then I started my own company, creative company, and I helped some businesses grow their business, and I was doing what I love to do, and then now that's what I do now. I do video photography and design for a living, and it's wonderful. And then I met this wonderful woman named Kiley, and we lived together. And now I'm telling this story really fast, and it's really tough. And that's kind of in a nutshell where I am today. I'm still sober, and I'm doing what I love to do, but I'd like to further that career into financial freedom and to also do more and interesting things that I love to do. I'd like to get to know you more through this podcast. I started a podcast. And that's where I'm at. And I'm at 3 minutes and 59 seconds. 4 minutes. Boom.
Nice.
Your turn.
I feel like I know you now.
Okay, I'm going to start it. You ready? And
Yeah.
I'm not going to interrupt. No interruptions.
Oh.
I felt like that was the worst life story ever.
Why? No, it was great.
It was fine? Okay.
I forgot that you witnessed a friend try to
Oh, yeah.
murder another friend.
We could get in all.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
that's
know,
crazy.
so I know I'm still, like, we're Facebook friends. Like, I'm friends of the guy that my old friend, which I wouldn't, is not my friend, tried to kill. And things were very awkward, and I'm sure they still are, but I was like devastated. I was mortified and devastated. It was one of the worst moments of my life. I couldn't believe it happened. And I didn't really know this person that did that thing. And
why?
It's a whole story. There's a lot of substances involved and a lot of mean mugging. And we were in a party out in the woods, and it was an uncomfortable environment for him. And it was just like, it was a perfect tornado of bad stuff.
Did you try to stab him? I can't remember.
Yeah, he tried to cut his throat. He went for his throat with a box cutter.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Man, the shit that happens in a party in the woods.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, right? But anyways, everybody's alive. And the person that was... I'm not going to name names, but the person that was cut has, I think, still has a scar, but I have nothing, and I had nothing but love for that person to begin with. In high school, I think we might have bumped heads. That was a long time ago. And so we weren't like friends, but I never wanted that to happen in a million years.
My God.
And that's part of the reason why I dropped out of high school, is because like that was a rough.
Couldn't really deal with life after that.
Oh man, I had to watch my back. Like it was really tough. But and I did not have anything to do with what my old friend did to this other friend. And anyways, it's all fucked up, but that's a long time ago, and that's part of my past and part of the reason why I got so sobered up, because stuff like that would happen.
It's not that big of a deal. Jokes.
All right, your turn. I'm going to hit the timer. We're running long here on this bonus episode.
We didn't really put a time to it. It's just a normal episode length.
I know. I want to keep it zippy and snappy.
Give me a time.
So I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to start the timer.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 11. Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. Go.
I was born in 1988 in Seattle, Washington at Northwest Hospital. My parents took me home to our house in Mill Creek. I grew up there with an older sister. She's 3.5 years older. And we had a dog, brown Dalmatian named Bonnie. This is so much detail. Fast forward, we moved to Maltby, Washington. That's truly where I grew up. And I eventually went to Monroe High School. Met a lot of people there that I still love very, very much. Have best friends. I eventually graduated. I had a very type A kind of upbringing, middle class, lived in a nice neighborhood, had good parents, always knew I was going to go to college and kind of be taken care of. But my parents also saw me, I think, kind of as like the more irresponsible child, the little bit more difficult child, because my sister was like very soft-spoken and got straight A's kind of student. But really, I was a good kid. I played a lot of sports, played volleyball, played fast pitch. That kind of defined my life a lot at the time. I loved being a part of a team. I still really do. My biggest friendships came out of those teams. Graduated, went to UW Bothell, and I was in the first class to go all 4 years at UW Bothell. That's pretty cool. Met a lot of important people in my life there as well. Went for business and marketing. Almost immediately regretted that. Didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. Got a sort of internship at a new company, and we learned all about social media for businesses, which was totally new at the time. And then like something wild and crazy happened, and we our boss got arrested for like money laundering, and we were a part of that somehow. So me and the other 2 girls freaked out. But me and one of them joined forces and started our own company. And we did that for about 2.5 years, which was a really cool experience. And then we got hired out to different companies that were clients. And that was a really defining thing, because along the way, I have just really kept friendships from all these different places. Drank a lot during my early 20s, like anyone else pretty much does. But wasn't a healthy time for me mentally. Didn't really understand or deal with anxiety or depression, or even really understand those terms. Kept chugging through life. Let's see. Just kind of kept going with my career. I eventually adopted Noonie, the best cat in the world, and the love of my life to date. Moved in with my friend Jim from college. We are buddies. There are a lot of relationships on the way that should not be named. I eventually met Kyle, and I knew that it was something special. He broke up with me a couple times in the first year. We had a pretty rocky start, but I was hanging on pretty tight. He introduced me to his sobriety, which I didn't understand. I went to an Al-Anon meeting, which opened my eyes to therapy. And, I'm almost at 4 minutes. I went down a path of therapy and meetings, and kind of got to know myself in my late 20s. I'm currently at the best career. Oh my God, I'm at 4 minutes. I feel like this is a really stupid thing. Moved to Everett, Washington, started a podcast.
Wow. That was good.
Was it?
That
feels like shit.
You packed in way more than I packed in.
Oh.
That was awesome, honey.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Oh, you asked this one, right?
Okay. Oh. No, I asked the last one first.
Okay. Question number 12, the final question.
Okay.
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Oh my God. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's something that I feel like I'm always going to have to work towards. So I would just say unwavering self-confidence, self-esteem. I would love to just wake up and have that because it's something I have to think about and work on.
Wow, I love that answer. That was really honest and vulnerable and awesome.
Well, it's something that I learned in the last 5 years, really. So it's important.
Mine's very similar. So here's what I got is I wish I could wake up to the quality to not let myself talk myself out of things. Because I get in my own way. I am my own worst enemy. I get in my own way the most. And I'd love for that to not happen. I'd love to just do the things I want to do and not overthink them and not ultimately do them because I'm either lazy or it's a self-esteem. I don't think I'm good enough. And I wish that would go away.
That's a great answer.
I wish I could wake up and just fucking handle stuff and just do things and be okay with failure. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing we have in common.
Yeah. Okay. Can I sing this song to you?
Oh, sure.
Okay. I'm going to need that mic.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I can pull this off. This is a kind of precarious
This takes a lot of confidence.
mic situation here. Chick, chick, chick. 1, 2. Here we go. All right. So this song is about, it's personal, but, it's like, it's not like personal. Like I'm not going to tell it. It's more like, well, it's about what we were talking about. Just kind of like, I get in my own way. I want to, self-sabotage sometimes. Here we go. All my life I deal with how I see the world. All my thoughts rain inside, dangerous I know. I could fold my heart at the end of the day, rip it up and burn it to gray, but I'm already snow, too cold and wet to burn it all. Give away my own love just for you to love. Always up, never enough, speeding right through. I ain't good for the world or anyone, so take me gone, please let go, so I can bottom out alone, kill and fuck and snow this ground. I saw a hand reaching down to pick the crowd up. Only light that I've seen to give me a chance to live up well, live up true, right my ways, see it through. I feel well as hell, I'll only get better still. All right.
Aww. That was sweet. That's the first time I've ever heard that song.
Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. How did you write that in one sitting?
Yeah.
So I've watched Kyle write songs that he's worked on for over 5 years, and they develop and they develop over time. The lyrics change, the melodies evolve. That one's all seems put together.
Yeah.
Just like that. Once in a while, you'll do that. You'll sit down and you'll write one from beginning to end, and you'll play it for me, and I'm just in awe.
Yeah, songwriting's like it's just like there's no right or wrong way to do it. Sometimes it's a lightning strike. Sometimes it takes a while, but
that's a skill you either have or you don't have. I cannot do that. I know that.
I know.
You can.
I disagree with that 100%. It's a skill I developed over a long time. I definitely did not have it.
Well, all right.
Same with singing. Like I'm not a great singer, and I used to really, really suck at singing.
Well, that was really beautiful and special, and I'm pretty lucky. I honestly feel lucky that I get to kind of watch you make music. So thank you for sharing that with everyone. Maybe that was kind of a vulnerable thing to do.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's all right. I mean, I've done it a lot.
You have done it a lot. You've been on stage a lot. For me, that is a really big deal. So thank you.
That song's called Well as Hell.
Well as Hell.
So that's the end of our first
bonus
episode. And that's the first part of the 36 questions that lead to love. Tune in for episode 2 of Should We Get Married?
On that episode, we're going to share maybe how we met, but most importantly, the day I met your mom.
Oh my God. Okay. It's the shit mountain story.
I call it Mount Pilchuck Poopathon.
Well, I call it shit mountain.
Okay. We're gonna share a very brown story.
It's an awesome story. First time you met my mom.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.